Hello.
Hello?
Hello. What's going on?
Yes.
Hello. Camera. All right, we've got issues here. If you can tell, you can probably hear us. Camille, we need your help. Help, Camille.
Oh my god. Here, one moment.
Well, you can hear us, but we can't. You
We're
can't see our
halfway there.
faces.
We're figuring it out.
Oh my god. It's just.
We're game devs.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, there we go.
Streamers.
Alright, I'm not here.
Thank you, Camille.
Oh,
Okay,
Up the channel volume.
up the
It's
channel.
probably that bar.
It's this one.
It's the microphone.
Increase which volume? The game volume? Oh, there you go. Yeah. Okay. Everything's sorted. Can you hear the game? Can you hear us? Let's just double check. Let's get everything correct.
Tad quiet.
We're quiet. We're gonna move this closer.
Use
Yeah.
physical solutions.
Okay. Everything's set. We've had a bunch of issues going into this stream, so mic check. It's all good.
Yeah, I think it's cranked up all the way, so we could just talk louder.
And then I'm just gonna reduce this so that you can hear us better. Okay, so welcome to the stream. Welcome to
100%. We're at the top. We're just gonna shout.
let me see. Oh my gosh. Let me
Do
see.
you have
There's,
any
Yeah.
solutions?
there's no gain. Come on. There's no gain.
It
Okay.
filters. One moment.
Anyways, welcome to the stream. I'm
Albert's
Albert.
Multitasking.
I'm multitasking. I'm Albert. We got I'm a game designer here at Shiny Shoe. This next to me is Colin. What do you do at Shiny
Yes.
Shoe?
Also game design. Go by Modus Pony. That's totally fine.
Oh, that's too loud. Hello. Okay, we're doing like live troubleshooting right now. Okay, hello. Test. Is that better?
Yeah. How's
Is
that
that better?
sound?
How's the sound? Before we continue, how's the sound? Way better.
Better.
Okay, that's good.
Take it.
Okay, sorry this is a little rough. We had we were used to doing this with Camille. Camille came in here, helped us. It's all better now. We're figuring it out.
Cool.
So what do we have today? What's on the menu?
DLC. New cool stuff.
Yeah, today we're showing off the DLC, the Destiny of the Railforged. We have 2 new clans. We have the Wormkin.
Yep.
It's coming back from
Totally free.
totally free. If you've played the DLC for Monster Train 1, you'll remember the Wormkin. They added, a bunch of things to the game. We also have a new clan called the Railforged, which is the famous characters Heph and Herzal, finally in a clan with a bunch of stewards. So,
People have been clamoring for it. They want to see them.
let's go into the logbook actually. So yeah, we have the Wormkin. We have Echo Wright coming back, Spine Chief. We have all this original lore coming back, and then we also have a few new cards for Wormkin. Let me see. Where's one of them? Yeah, we have a few new reworked
And some
cards as
changed
well.
ones.
There's a lot of changes. I wish Steve was in here to talk about these changes. Steve worked on a lot of these changes with our testers for Wormkin. Show us Consumer of Crowns.
That's an old card.
That's an old card.
But we did change it.
We actually
more-
did change it, yeah. Where is it?
Imp stocks are.
Yeah, it's cooldown 0 now. It used to be cooldown 2. So now you can... Imp stocks are high. So yeah. Talking about Railforged, we got Heph and Herzal. And then we got a bunch of new spells and units all relating to the train. And then we also have a new mode.
Keywords, new modes, new everything.
You want to talk about the new mode?
Yeah, Soul Savior. We wanted to do a new mode for this DLC compared to Monster Train 1, which kind of added new features to the main mode. We're thinking this time, let's just, they were cool, but they kind of modified how people played the main game. And so we're thinking, you know what, let's just completely separate it. Let's just make a whole new thing. So
Yeah.
They're both their own thing. They're both different, kind of like power scaling, different sort of things you get. The major new feature I would say is the souls. So they're kind of this permanent power upgrade you get, but also let you break the game in new and fun ways. It's level 3 everything. So
We have a lot of souls here.
the very powerful version of all of these.
Yeah, I think the inspiration for them, what did we say, was like we wanted them to be like almost like iconic but like cute. They're like kind of like the nascent forms of like people
Yeah.
that you see. So they're like, you know, they're like little Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon for sure. Also, some people have mentioned before, but like Mega Man was kind of not like a driving like theme for it, but just like the general visuals and idea of how you sort of move around in the new mode. You get to choose your route a bit more. So it's a lot of roguelite ideas that we sort of remix, but also try to simplify a little bit since it is a DLC mode. We didn't want to make it like too overly complicated.
Let's see some of the chat. Let me do some. I'm gonna move some stuff around, and then you might not hear the game audio for a little bit. Let me just pull some stuff up for us. In the meantime, someone's asking, are the clans meant to be unlocked by default, or do they have unlock conditions we already fulfilled?
The Railforged is unlocked with the DLC, and then the Wormkin is unlocked with the secret reveal.
Yes. There's for the Wormkin, you need to unlock 6 part. I think, assuming you're watching this, you kind of already know. You have to unlock. Spoiler alert! If you're watching this, because we're gonna play a run, so you're gonna see everything. All the clans from Monster Train 1 are in here, so you can see all that. So when you unlock, at the same time that you unlock all the MT1 clans, you're going to also unlock Wormkin, because technically Wormkin is an MT1 clan. Did you add cooldown 0? Yes. It was a suggestion from one of the testers that because like you're going to be... Because the Shadow Siege was already kind of... I checked the analytics. Not Shadow Siege. Consumer of Crowns was already kind of low on like win rates, and he was actually picked pretty high because he's a rare card, but you just needed a way to bump up its strength, and now his cap is how many imps that you have in the room, not how high the cooldown is, so it's gonna be pretty nice. Did you guys add a clear button for run history and stats? We have been asking for it. No, I don't think we added that. I'm sorry.
If you keep bugging us, who knows?
If you submit an F8, we're gonna be most likely to see it. So this is when I just press F8 here, and then you can submit your feedback. Add a clear button for run history and stats. Send it over like that. We appreciate any feedback and suggestions. We also have the Discord for any of that. So if you probably have submitted it, given the benefit of the doubt, but if you submit an F8, we're more likely to see it. Which is your favorite soul design? You have a favorite soul?
I mean, they're all my children, so I can't I like a lot of them for different reasons. I think Showtime is the one that it's very interesting. I like the randomness, and it's a lot of power, and
I like playing Showtime too, because it's sort of like depending on like what I usually play bottom floors. Yeah. So depending on like what floor I have the capacity, I really have to change sort of my playstyle around during that combat. It sort of makes me switch up. For me, the design, I'd say like both the art and like the design. When you suggested the celebrate gain an upgrade slot permanently, I was like, this is really cool. And your idea for it being Sarge, as like a sergeant, like almost like a veteran accumulating experience over each combat, it like made a lot of thematic sense. This guy is my favorite too, and you can sort of see it. Fun. I can already see this guy like speaking, like it just seems like a old British general or something.
That mustache waving in the wind.
But let's do a run. Let's start with a run. So, Railforged, Wormkin.
Might as well.
Dominion.
Probably not Dominion, because that's a little too game changing.
Let's just go with the base Power Heart, and let's start with Bloom. And
we can talk about difficulties too, real quick.
Let's talk about that.
Instead of covenants, this mode is much more kind of just like difficulty levels, but also sort of ties in with the roguelite sort of thing. So you get much more permanent progression in this mode than you do in the base game.
Mm-hmm.
So you unlock souls, you level up souls. They add a lot of power. So the game kind of needs to take that into account. So you're still welcome, obviously, to play any mode that you want. So if you want more chill run, you can go to easier difficulties. But the harder ones are meant to kind of like scale with the power that you get from the souls. And then also they help you upgrade souls faster. So yeah, like I was saying, it is, the roguelite. So there's some of that like power progression. You got to unlock things. But for people that want to, that are good at the game, that want to unlock things quickly, it's probably recommended that you go up in difficulties quicker. And then it just multiplies basically the experience you get for each soul.
Really quick, someone was like, we really need a logbook page for the new Soul Saver mode. There is one. I think it's hard to see. We're not seeing. Oh, where is it?
It's for the enemies.
For the enemies, it's right here. You can see the enemy list. There's like this tab right here. You can see all the enemies in Soul Saver. We're gonna see them during the run anyway. And yeah, let's start. What souls do you want to do?
Since we're playing on Bloom, we'll probably. I mean, these are all the third tiers, so these kind of are extremely strong. So they're definitely going to make us, which is good because we're streaming. We're going to be bad at the game.
Yeah, we're going to be bad at the game.
That's just how it works.
Because we're streaming, that's just a curse of the stream.
I also like lolcap a lot. I've been trying to. It's such a deck builder thing, but you always want like small to kind of like trim your deck as much as possible.
Yeah.
So
things that encourage you to do the opposite are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's a me thing, but like the idea of like, Magic the Gathering, the kid that comes with his 200 card deck and is like, this is the best.
Are you that kid?
No, I mean, I want to win too, so I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to make ways that sort of works. So there are some things that support it.
Let's see. I'm going to pick. What's good with? So I like Sarge. I'm gonna go with Sarge, and then nah, it's too strong. Let's see. Let's just go with another random soul.
Oh, yeah, you can just fully randomize.
I could just fully randomize.
Yeah, Deimos is probably one of the more interesting ones. And yeah, I'm not sure.
The power takes an additional 1 damage from all sources and gains revenge. Draw one each next turn, gain 1 permanent, and gain 1 permanent.
Some
attack.
of these are a little more out there.
This is fun. So that you want to get you sort of want your power to get hit, and it probably will get hit.
Yeah.
Draw +1 for each.
Butterball I like a lot too. Butterball changed over time. It used to be a bit more chaotic and less good for sure.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do our 2 favorites, and then little cap, and then we'll do Deimos. Here we go. Let's start. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Zulu man. And the upgraded shops are nice too. Yes.
Yeah, upgraded shops are definitely bonkers. Everything gets cranked up again, cranked to 11 for the mode.
I'm gonna put this guy. So I think the strat here is either we're gonna put. Oh.
Yeah, probably want to put it on
this guy.
Yeah.
Put it on this guy, and then I'm just gonna keep him at the top of the floor.
Yeah, he'll probably live through the first fight.
At the start of the battle, the top floor gains 1 charge
go
echo.
With new stuff.
Let's go with new stuff. Yeah. Ooh, Pyresmith. Pyre Speak. You have you add a 0-cost Pyre Shot to your hand with Consume. Pyre Shot is basically a spell that lets you attack with a pyre on the floor. So it uses the pyre stats, and you can attack with the pyre. So this path lets you basically play off of the pyre. This path is also fun. This is one of your suggestions. You really wanted a permanent scaling path. I agreed. So we added this path where Forge is permanent. Now, we haven't explained Forge yet, so we're gonna explain during the battle. But Forge is basically
got a nice tooltip right there too.
Oh yeah. When you there's going to be cards that add to your Forge points total. Those Forge points you can eventually use to upgrade to upgrade your units and your equipment, and it'll give them bonus attack and armor. And you're going to see how that works in game. Let's go with Pyresmith, because we have Deimos who like helps us out. And if you want to look at your souls, you can click here on the top right. You can see all the souls.
Yeah,
here.
A major part of the souls too is you can change what they're equipped to at any time. So
if you want to
spell
equip it
souls
here,
and the unit souls, it's obviously with Sarge, like, so you can only get 5 upgrade slots max, and he helps you basically fill out those upgrade slots on each unit. So it's incentivized that you want to move them around. He also gives some health too, so you could keep him on the same guy.
It's funny because that 5 upgrade slots, that's actually not a technical limitation. Like, we had a thing where like there were like 10 upgrade slots at one point. It's mostly a UI limitation where it just doesn't, it looks janky if there's more than 5.
So the forge being permanent, that means that the stats that you give that unit persist forever for the rest of the run.
Yes, it's not the forge points that are permanent, it's like the stats. If you forge on a Herzal, is that permanent, or does the effect not apply until after Herzal's in play? Correct, the effect does not apply until after Herzal's in play. The effect is only, essentially, if you use forge points to forge Herzal, and forge is permanent effect is not happening yet. So you have to have Herzal on the floor, so you can't permanently increase Herzal stats. Sad, but you can do it for everyone else.
He's the supportive father.
He is a supportive father. Yeah.
There's no way currently to lower tier souls, so once you upgrade it, it's upgraded, but that's not a bad idea. I mean, if people want that functionality, I'm sure you can, F8 it like Albert said. Let us know. We are usually pretty receptive to feedback.
So, since we're also playing Wormkin, for those of you who are new to Wormkin, we'll explain some of the mechanics. With Wormkin, you start off with this artifact called Wormtooth. So it's like a starter. You just start off with it. It gives starter cards this thing called Infused, where if you play them, it'll give you Charged Echoes. Charged Echoes are sort of these like crystalline things that power spells. So if I play it, you're going to see this Charged Echo thing increase. So we want more Charged Echoes. Charged Echoes sort of bump up Wormkin's power for different things. So I'm gonna use a bunch of these things.
Focus on the enemy is good.
Oops.
Too, because
My bad.
We have an undo button.
We have an undo. Let's practice that. There you go. Undo. Yeah. It's multitasking stream. And then here we have this. We have Forge. So we're gonna use Forge. Smith also applies armor too, so use Forge. And then we have 2 Forge points. Here it shows the stats. So for every Forge point, you get +3 attack and armor 3. So when we next play a unit, it should upgrade them, unless there's a crazy bug. Actually, first let's destroy this guy. Then let's play this guy. Perfect. And then there's also this new mechanic called Smelt. Smelt is this interesting mechanic in Railforged where you can consume a card in your hand, and you sort of gain you gain Ember and Forge points equal to its cost. So I'm not gonna, I'll just do it here to show it off.
Yep, being able to consume cards is definitely useful for triggering certain effects. Obviously synergizes well with other plans too that like to do that.
It synergizes well with curses and blights that you want to get rid of, because you sort of get rid of them from your deck, and it'll also give you Ember for it. So it's really nice. Yeah, let's Forge. This guy's going to be upgraded a lot as well.
Yeah, do you want to talk about toggling for Forge? That one was definitely a contentious topic, but
Forge went through a lot of iterations. There was like a lot of sort of a lot of internal iteration, and we showed it to playtesters. There's a lot of iteration after that. So Forge used to be like, let me like find. Let me just end my turn. Forge used to not be like a thing on the side of the screen. It used to be like apply +3. Like it used to apply +3 to like a card in hand. It used to just be like text on the thing, and then it would just apply it to like a card in hand, which would be kind of bad because you couldn't save forged points. So you'd have to have the card in hand that you wanted to upgrade, and sometimes you would just sort of have bad luck and not have a card in hand that you want to forge. So then we had forge points, which is sort of like this stockpile of upgrade points that you can spend on units. So you can turn it on and off. So if there's like an imp that you want to play but you don't want to upgrade and you want to save it up for a unit, then you can sort of turn it off and not use it. I could do this, but we don't have a unit to really show off, so also, Forge used to be permanent. So like when we started out implementing this mechanic, the Forge points used to persist between combats, which was interesting in a lot of ways. It used to sort of mean, let's see, I like capacity.
Yeah, capacity's good, especially in this mode where it's maybe a little harder to get it, depending on your souls.
Bogfly has this new ability called Echo Flight, which is really nice. So let me talk about Forge, and then we can talk about
a lot of new stuff.
There's a lot of new stuff to talk about. So actually, let's talk about this first because we're already on the screen.
Sure. So quick rundown of this mode. So like I was saying before, kind of Mega Man inspired. We wanted to do sort of a boss selection, choose your own adventure idea. So there's the Life Mother and her children are all in the Soulstream. They've been trapped in here and getting up to some mischief. So you're here to take them out. But you can choose the route that you want to take them on, and doing so is kind of dependent on which curse they apply to you. So if you mouse over the curse afflicted on that one, if you don't mind.
Yes.
Just right there. So you're going to get one kind of negative mutator for the rest of your run. And you'll get all 4 at the end of the run, but you might want certain ones to appear later, or just because it messes up your game plan. But also there's the major rewards, and those rewards appear at the center of the track. So there's still the same, kind of routing. You choose one of 2 paths, and you get the rewards on the side. But the major rewards, you will always be able to select these. They show up in the middle, but they improve over time as you defeat more of these bosses. So maybe you want like an improved Lightforge, which is very good. It lets you get 2 upgrades for your champion, which lets you get pretty insane. So you might want to go there later because then it has a chance of upgrading. And so on with the rest of them. They all do much more powerful things if they're upgraded, but also you need to kind of like, some of them might take a lot more money, or some of them have discounts, but you can get things like boss artifacts, which cost quite a bit of gold, so you might want to save up before you go there. And just things like that. You guys will discover it as you play the mode more.
Are the curses random, or are they always these 4 curses?
There's a few different curses, so it depends on the variant of the boss that you fight.
Can these bosses possibly also be encountered in the normal runs? No. So the sort of strict rule that we had for this new mode is that we wanted to basically have the freedom to design like a bunch of crazy things and like not affect the balance of the base game. I do agree though that it would add a lot more variety to normal runs. We've discussed it. We've talked about it, and it's not like I don't think we're against it necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, they're just balanced for this mode, I would say. So it's who knows what the future holds. I don't know. So
I would say
just let us know what you want to see.
It sort of doesn't make sense to for the sort of like lore or story of the game for these boss, because each of these bosses are. Oh yeah, we can talk about some of the boss design. Each of these bosses are sort of children of the Life Mother. They're sort of like each one of them have like a specific. You can talk about it because you're the camp.
The general idea was we wanted to focus on. We're like looking at what sort of like major characters, I guess, that we kind of had left that we hadn't really fleshed out too much. And the Life Mother seemed pretty interesting and had kind of I don't know. It just seemed like we could do some fun things with it. So. The idea was sort of this kind of like uncontrolled growth, and she is very good at creating life, but and she utilizes these souls to kind of like fuel that power. And then all the children are sort of kind of maladapted, sort of like, negative childlike personality traits, and we sort of like leaned into all of those. So like Thaddeus is the the favored child, but he just he just eats a lot, and he just wants to be like, he's very gluttonous.
He's like spoiled. He's like the spoiled kid.
The spoiled one.
He's the youngest canonically.
Lilith is like the outcast and very sort of sadistic. She's all the sadism, masochism, just lots of like pain and inflicting, not good stuff. They're not good.
Yeah, she's the runaway kid.
Yeah.
She's got.
Tivy is the sort of mischievous one, so we went more into like the kind of like, that was maybe one of the harder ones, because like annoying mechanics for enemies are always tricky to do because they can't be too annoying, because when you're playing the game you don't want to be mega annoyed, but we want to do something that kind of fits the theme. So there's some interesting mechanics there around like enemies that you kill inflict debuffs on you. There's the scourges that come from it. And then also like the sniper effect, it hits the backline units. That's kind of key in that area. And then
it was clever. And then Mayra, she's like the eldest, sort of like perfectionist, sort of wants to achieve, overachiever kind of type A. So yeah.
And then visually, that was definitely we wanted to go with like the plant kind of idea, and it's like plant mixed with alien was sort of the push, and it definitely turned out very cool. I think a lot of like interesting designs, very alien in general, and then kind of like the big pustule sack is very common for like the children themselves.
We also even teased the Life Mother's return in like one of the events from Echoes of the Void. So if you saw that event and you like the Life Mother Seed event, that was a teaser for Life Mother returning as the final boss for the DLC. So those pustules are kind of reminiscent of that a little bit. Which one do you want to start with?
I'd say any. Just random it. We got some powerful souls. Might as well just
let's go
YOLO.
Let's go with Tivy, because I do like. I think we're gonna have to play around sniper, so it's gonna be fun. Let's see. Do we have anything that I wanna? No, I don't want to dip anything. Let's just get gold.
Two burlies.
What do we see? Take the heavy one. Let's see. I might not take anything here. This is this hurts. Spells in your deck cost +1. And I don't have any great spells to use this on, so don't. This is something that is like more for the late game. Once I have like good spells. So let's
playing it safe. You
safe.
could also to show that the soul swapping also, because we upgraded our guy with Sarge.
Oh yeah.
We can move that to someone else.
Let's move it to this guy.
I got a fat bogfly. Perfect.
Oh, hey, new keyword. Burst. Burst is multi-strike, but temporary. So it doesn't remove at the end of the turn, but it removes when you strike. So burst is cool. Let's give someone burst.
You could put everything on your guy with 5 upgrade slots.
Yeah.
Just make him huge.
He's a tank, though.
Yeah. It makes sense to put other stuff.
Yeah.
Bogfly will be upgraded later too.
Let's try.
It's not the worst.
Let's see. Do we want to make this guy bigger?
Give him everything.
Yeah, why not? Because then we can run into the -1 capacity. Bogfly. Let's give this guy quick. Actually, let's just use this one first. Because we don't have that much gold. There you go.
New alcove events. None in this release, but yeah, just if that's what you guys want to see, just keep letting us know what you like, and I'm sure we will be receptive.
Let's do that. That's cheap anyway. I don't have enough to purge anything, but it's okay because we're gonna get capacity. Okay. Always turn the trial on. At least, especially because we have these tier 3 souls, we can afford it.
Yeah. So in each area there is a normal mini boss fight and then the child fight. So the mini boss guys are all kind of remixes of the bosses in the normal mode, but they have some kind of twist based on new mechanics or just some kind of tweaks to their original form.
And then I'm gonna smelt over here. And then I'm gonna smith. So we got these forge points. And I think I actually want to... I didn't use this last combat because I didn't feel the need to. But now I'm going to use this. Pyre shot. Boom. That's nice. Notice this guy has sniper. So long lash, and he starts off with stealth. So he's going to... Sniper means he's going to attack the back unit.
Yep.
So I actually need to watch out for that.
Yeah, so every area has 2 new unit types that... fit with the theme and kind of... So this guy's the long lash is... They utilize a sniper and just, in the mischievous theme, he is also stealthy, extra annoying to deal with, but easy enough to nuke down or just wait till he goes up a floor.
Oh, I think I just get rid of this guy. Okay, we're gonna forge this guy. That's nice.
That is a big fly.
That is a huge...
Well, we have the little cap, so...
Yep.
These are kind of made for the end game difficulty, which scales things up more. So we're gonna be pretty powerful right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, little cap is essentially the bigger your deck is, the stronger everything is. So more randomness, but
I don't want to purge anything. So
yeah,
it's good at the end. Let's get rid of this guy. I'm not even gonna...
Not even worried about it.
Huge. Oh. This guy is like very fun to play against sometimes. Because it looks like... Sometimes because of the preview, it looks like that. Oh, he's so close. But then I end up like...
Yeah, and you can sort of see it here, but infested is a new keyword that's kind of... It shows up more in more regions. It's kind of Life Mother. It's one of her main things. So the kind of idea behind it is that it's this hive mind buff that the more enemies that are infested in the train, the stronger they all are. So we don't really do too much multi-floor stuff on purpose because it's a bit harder to track. But since this is just kind of a buff that you deal with between the combat playing out, we're okay with it. And the more there is that you kind of let go higher in the train, the stronger enemies are that come in. So it's just something you gotta take into account.
Kinho's Carapace also got this ability, Echo Growth. That got changed. Been a lot of changes to Wormkin actually. I can't name all of them.
Yeah.
I do have the patch notes up somewhere, but let's see.
Also with units hatching with equipment too, they get the equipment.
Yeah.
Something that is
that's something we added. Yep.
Equipment's new with them anyway, but it's pretty big. They're quite strong.
Do we have any consume stuff? No. Actually, I forget if that works. I think it should with smelt. So Tivi creates a copy of the front enemy unit on the floor. If there are no enemy units, Tivi creates a Jeer Mask. Jeer Masks, we're gonna see what those are.
Yeah, they're the other new unit in this area, and they're just annoying.
That's their point. They're easy to kill though, at least, but they are annoying. So let's see. Oh, I should have put the hatch. It's okay. One thing about Forge is that Forge works really well with burst. Or I mean any multi-strike, obviously, but that's the nice part about Forge. Oh, I shouldn't. I'm playing sloppy. Here we go.
It's fine. We're good. It's the first area anyway, so.
Jeer Mask is this guy. He applies daze 2 to whoever hits him. He only has 1 HP, so that means that like he'll only daze one person, but it can be pretty annoying. But it's fun to play around because if you use a spell against the Jeer Mask, that means that you can sort of run away from its effect. It doesn't attack you, so yeah.
Yeah, they could just go up to the pyre and do nothing. That's also a strategy.
Give this guy Iron Tongue, just because I want to get rid of this. And then let's hatch this guy. And we have this cooldown 6, so I think I'm just gonna wait till a good time to use it. Okay, let's see. Put this guy down. Ooh. Let's use it now.
Yeah.
And
save the pyre. I mean, you have Deimos too, so if they hit it, it'll get stronger.
oh gosh, I forgot about Deimos. Usually I'm like, don't let anyone
It's
hit the
definitely one of
pyre.
the more trickier ones to play around.
I think let's forge and then let's deck out our bottom floor. Let's see. Thank you so much for the Shadow Siege rework. I know there were a lot of discussion leading to it. Yeah, so Shadow Siege was actually unchanged from MT1, even after all our post-launch like MT1 rebalancing efforts.
Mm-hmm.
So it felt like a natural fit. The thing that we were in between is like, should we, bump up Shadow Siege's stats and just, or should we like do something else, do something more interesting? There are people on the boat of like, let's give something more like complex to Shadow Siege, like give him something that's sort of like a trigger or something. But like we kind of like the original sort of idea of him, which is like he's a big guy, he's a big stat stick, and like some people don't like that, but that's sort of like we like that. It's sort of his.
That's interesting in of itself. That's
and
his thing.
If everything was sort of like if everything was complex and everything, and had a bunch of triggers and everything, then some things that are like just stat, like having things that are just stats are sort of nice. But anyways, we were thinking about that, and the solution we came up with was to give. Let me just pull up Shadow Siege because we were talking about it. The solution we came up with was just to sort of keep him as like a hard to play unit. So you still need 6 capacity. Before he was, I think, 6 Ember, but now you can sort of play him during deployment with the 4 deployment Ember. But you would just sort of not have any Ember during the following turns. And we've upped his stats. So he's still like hard to play, but he's slightly easier to play, like in the beginning. But he's still like a big stat stick. So yeah, we felt like he needed the boost.
There's a question about if later areas upgrade in difficulty as well. They do. So the first area has the fewest amount of waves and the easiest enemies, and then over time there's more waves added to each encounter, and then also enemies get stronger. There's upgraded versions of all the units, the new units as well that start appearing. So yeah, it kind of emulates the normal mode of like difficulty scaling.
Goodbye, Tibi. This guy Hash and he's so big.
Such a strong beetle boy.
Bloom Burst. Gain 4. Double buffs and armor on a unit. Ooh, this is kind of big for Steel Guard.
Dualism the spell.
Yeah, Dualism the spell. Let's see. I just want more. I want more cards in my deck. So let's just go with the guy that's infused. Oh, now we got a soul draft.
Yeah, so after every boss, instead of boss artifacts, you get to draft a soul. They're very strong. They're stronger than boss artifacts anyway, I would say, especially at the later tiers. But it's more randomized, so you can't obviously like count on necessarily getting something that gives you capacity or ember. But also you have rerolls too to change which ones you get, and as you unlock more souls, you get more rerolls and more starting souls too. So that's something. You only start with 1 starting soul, but as you unlock more, so I think once you get 11, you get another one, and then once you unlock all 33, you get 3 starting souls. Just to kind of like, yeah, it's some amount of progression to sort of get you onboarded into the new mode.
And one thing you'll notice about this mode is that the scaling between each region, these like sort of like major boss, is a lot higher than the base game. So like first run is usually easy, but like it ramps up a lot quicker. So it's gonna be it's still gonna be kind of easy for us because we have all these tier 3 souls, but the stats like normally if you're playing for the first time, even if you're really experienced, there's a good chance that you actually will lose because you'll need the souls to unlock and the scaling and a bunch of things. So yeah.
Some questions about so you just start with one default soul to start, just kind of like get you used to the mode, and also switching souls. So that's something that came up too. You can switch souls anytime outside of combat. That's a major like part of the strategy of certain souls, like Sarge. You want to kind of switch around to make sure all your guys get the upgrade slots, and there's a similar one for spells as well that also lets you get more upgrade slots on spells.
Oh my, I messed up.
No one do here.
Go fast. Gonna spell.
And if you pick to be the unruly last, it would have been much more difficult. There's a lot of like scaling that the units themselves do not scale, the enemy units, but the bosses do scale up a lot. And then also there's just harder units and more of them and more waves and so on.
Let's do this. And
so how many souls you can have, and is there an option to switch to another unit? So like I was saying, you can switch. There are 33 souls total. But you can do 3 starting ones is what you get up to at the end, and then also after every boss you get a soul, so that's 7. And then also you can get upgraded artifact drafts, which actually gives you a soul as well, so you can get more that way.
We're gonna take every trial, no excuses, because we have the good souls. Also, I love this room.
Yeah.
Put this guy at the top. This guy.
The Banished Songbird room.
Put this guy here. I keep forgetting to put the shell first. That's okay.
Oh yeah, the upgrade plus nodes. Those are the first area you go to has no upgraded nodes, but then every time you beat an area, all the other remaining areas upgrade one at random. So after you beat the first boss, every other area has one upgraded area or upgraded node that you can then get when you go there. And then after you beat the second area, the last 2 have 2 upgraded of those nodes. The major nodes are upgraded. And then the final area will have all 3 of those upgraded. So if you want to like truly guarantee that you get a certain upgrade, you can go there last.
Beautiful.
Is it longer than normal? It's pretty close. So there's 10 encounters versus potentially 9 in the main mode with the true final battle. But the amount of waves is a little less, I think, in some of them. We try to get it pretty close, and also I didn't want to like go too much longer, obviously, just for like playtime, and also kind of how certain things scale. It makes it a little harder to account for, like. Dragon's Horde is very good if the game goes longer, so we can't, veer too far off of the sort of how many battles you do total in general.
Beautiful. It's going well.
Okay, some new enemies here. Looks like you died. So there's a new enemy that applies a new debuff, which is Wither Bloom, it's a dot that does AoE damage, which is definitely a tricky one. It can be very painful.
And it sneaks up on you.
Yep. And the other new effect too here is Malaise, which is it's a debuff, so it lowers your damage and health, but it cannot outright kill any units, so it can just put them at 1 health. total, but it's just kind of a sort of a variant of sap, I guess. It's similar. It just weakens guys.
Ooh. Okay. Interesting. Oh yeah. So I remember for Railgun we were talking about. Where's Railgun? We were talking about like we need more turrets in the Railforged clan. There's only 2, but we like. You sort of brought this up, like the sort of. We originally had this idea. So Railforged had a lot of sort of ideas. There were like some of it where like units could merge together, like almost like be making like a mega mech. There were some ideas where like there were like rooms that you could stack upon each other, and then there were also ideas where like a third room, like a different sort of like room slot where you could like attach a prop to a room. So like there's gonna be a card called Steel Polyclaw where that was like, oh, maybe instead of like a normal room, it's like a thing that you can add on top of a room. There's a lot of ideas we tried. We sort of settled on this design. You know, it was a lot easier to try. Also, we also at one point wanted to try fuel because there's a card in the Umbra that has fuel. Let me see. The alloy construct. We were thinking about ways to work with fuel and sort of like if that could be a core mechanic for the Railforged because, you know, they're very like machines but there just like wasn't a good way to make fuel not live in every card and sort of to make it relevant to other clans that you're multi-classing. So if you have like Railforge and like all the cards sort of work off of getting fuel and using fuel, then sort of like if you're like playing Awoken as your side clan, then you kind of don't care if a card just gives you fuel. So sort of just needed, it means that like cards that gave fuel also needed to do something else, and that was just like it became like a whole thing. And it just wasn't. It could have been a direction that we chose. It just wasn't a direction that we did choose. Game development is just like a lot about having different branches that you're sort of just pruning, and like yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of anti-fuel. I think it works well for like one card, but if it's a main mechanic and it's something you have to constantly deal with, the danger there is it just becomes unfun and it's just like, oh, I got to do this again. I think it's totally fine for that guy, but yeah, if it's a non-stop thing that you're always doing, then it's potentially less fun in general.
Yeah. There were a lot of interesting. Oh, we don't have any room cards, darn.
Breath of Heaven, everyone's favorite artifact.
Let's take it. I'm gonna save my money. Gains dualism at 50% health.
Mm-hmm. Enrage mechanic.
Okay, let's keep this guy. I'm gonna remember to play this guy. Okay. Let's protect Herzal, and let's put this guy down.
Yeah, so this area and boss are much more. It's very debuff focused. So Lilith is all about malaise and wither bloom, and this version applies more of them as she gets weaker.
Yep.
So something you got to take into account.
Okay, let's give this guy some armor, and let's do something here. Honestly, I'm not gonna think too hard about it. But sometimes I can't help it.
No worries.
I can't help it sometimes. Okay. It would be funny if we did lose with all these souls.
Yeah, it might happen.
It might happen if I go too fast. I do like to renovate. Let's do that. Railgun has this ability where you can spend your remaining ember and it'll get burst for each ember spent. So if
+0.
+0 right now, but if we have like a lot of extra, then we can give it to Railgun and he can pop off. Let's see. Let's put it here. I love spell chain. Give this guy some armor. Yes. Hello, Camille. How are you doing?
Good. I didn't realize, but I guess Mark is also waiting for you guys to start the party.
Okay.
Maybe 5 minutes?
5 minutes?
We got 5 more
Okay.
minutes.
We got 5 more minutes.
Camilla's spoken.
She has spoken. So get your questions in, because yeah, we're gonna be having a pizza party to celebrate the launch of the DLC. So,
Yeah, and there's definitely a chance we can add things for sure. Definitely just let us know through Reddit, Discord, F8s. I believe win streaks are upcoming, and a few other tweaks. So yeah, we've been doing a lot. There's some things that are coming in a little hot, but yeah, definitely just keep sending us feedback.
oh, piece of cake.
Yeah,
Come on.
I think like making a whole new mode was something I definitely wanted to do, and it just brought up a lot of new like kind of issues, I guess, that we weren't necessarily expecting because it's a new thing.
There's a lot-
It's
so-
not like something that the game was built to support necessarily off the bat, so we had to tackle some things.
There's a lot of
regarding
like granular pieces of like just all the new content and all like sort of like the new screens, and there's sort of like a lot of small things because once you've built out the game, like the base game already, you sort of take certain pieces of the game for granted, like the win streaks and like the run end screen, and like there's just like a lot. There's a lot. Oh no.
It's fine. We can lose. Yeah. Things scale up pretty significantly in this mode. And this is also on the first difficulty, so
Yeah.
you gotta really take advantage of the overpowered things that you can do using the new upgraded nodes and synergizing the souls.
Well, okay. I saved this.
Nice.
Well,
Could have been embarrassing.
we'll end at 12:45. How about that? 12:45. So that was like 7 minutes from when she said 5. But it's cleaner. It's a cleaner time. Let's get the spike, and let's get Conductor Stewart. I love this guy.
Was Herzal always planned from the start?
There honestly was like not that much alternative. We were like, for the DLC clan, yeah, it should be Herzal. It just made the most sense. He was a character that we brought back. You know, he de-thawed from the ice. So it was like, yeah, Herzal and
It was
Heph.
definitely a fan
A fan,
request, like a lot of noise around that. So we're like, why not?
and even for us, like internally, you know, like as internal fans, you know, it's like we also want to just see what Herzal would look like. Let's see.
I don't
No
know
upgrades.
specifically who made the art, but same team that makes the art for the other stuff.
I'm putting everything blindly. Let's just see.
Nice.
I'm doing like speed run
So
style.
I don't know if you saw, but that was an upgraded magic node, which basically doubles the power of the things that you can apply to cards, and yeah, it can get crazy. Also, in conjunction with being able to add more upgrade slots to cards, depending on which souls you bring, you can make some truly absurd units. I'm looking forward to seeing how people break the game.
This guy's interesting.
It's very doable.
He has
Yeah.
an ability called Train Whistle, where you can attack immediately. You can have all your units on the floor attack immediately. So he's very nice if you have like a big juicy floor with a lot of people, which I'm trying to make if I can. And maybe I can't because I only have two Ember.
Yeah, Wormkin, were they always plan to return? Originally, I think the major issue is just like we're thinking about how do the echoes sort of integrate with the room cosmetics and just other things we had going on, and we're like, it's kind of advanced, so we're gonna just leave it for now. But yeah, I mean, it made sense. Like people really, I think the reception of the old clans coming back obviously went well. People really liked it, and yeah, just some other fun thing we could do for the DLC. It's just, yeah, it's like people would like this. Let's do it. Why not?
It's going well. Let's see.
It sounds like you guys are enjoying it, which is great to hear. That's what we're trying to do. Make fun games for you guys.
There are we are gonna push out like a hotfix probably within the day or within a day or two. We've already like found some and fixed up some bugs from just like the immediate. Let's see. Oh, yeah. It's a lot of forge. One thing that's nice, I wonder if you're gonna run into it. There is like an artifact to make forge points kind of permanent, where you can like save up to a certain amount. I hope we run into it. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Okay, let's just give this guy some burst.
Yeah, she looks pretty big. No dimensional challenges planned right now, but I'm glad you guys enjoy them. Yeah, they were fun to make. I probably made more than was expected originally. I was like, let's just make another page. Why not? But yeah, like once we get some mutator ideas flowing, it's not too hard to kind of come up with some interesting sort of puzzle combinations of what might make for a fun challenge. But I'm glad that you guys like them.
Oh, I think we lost. I was going way too fast. Wow, even with all these souls we lost, dang. And you've seen these souls, they're like strong.
Yep.
So, gosh darn. I guess you're just gonna have to play a run for yourself to see the end. That was intentional.
Did it on purpose.
Yeah, that was intentional.
Totally lost on purpose.
And right perfectly on 12:45. Who wouldn't say that wasn't intentional? Yeah. Thanks everyone for playing the game. Go out, check out Destiny the Railforged DLC on Steam. It's out now. And yeah, any last closing thoughts?
Nah, that's it.